as Irma runs up the peninsula if it takes its current track forecasted. First, let me show you the latest in the hurricane warnings now issued for Florida, both sides of the peninsula, of course, all of the Bahamas and portion of Cuba as well. Irma has spent 63 hours as of now as a Category 5 hurricane. No hurricane on this planet has done so, at least one that's been recorded since the 60s when they put satellites up in the air to watch these things over open water. And as we take a closer look, it's now just next to the Turks Caicos, who just took a direct hit on the right side of that storm. Just really bad situation there with probably extremely high winds and, of course, the surf on the side of the island. 165-mile-per-hour winds. It's moving west-northwest at 16 miles an hour. It is forecast to be Category 4 as it moves past Cuba on Friday, tomorrow, and then make its way into Miami probably sometime Sunday morning. And look at that track as a Category 3 all the way up the peninsula. Also notice that the track, we've been seeing it a little bit more out into the water along the coast. It's now more dead center of the peninsula. This is a worst-case scenario than the previous track, because if the eye goes right over the center of the peninsula, this side of it, where the stronger winds are, mean they go up on the coast of Miami, West Palm, Fort Lauderdale, up into Fort Pierce. This is where you'll have the biggest storm surge, the strongest winds, this side of the hurricane, and there's the eye going up towards the Everglades. So this is where you'll have tremendous damage on the east coast of Florida. The wave heights tell the same story, because you're going to have the wind driving these very strong high waves, and we're talking about waves that are in 30, 35-foot range offshore at least. They're going to be driven by the wind into Florida, into the coastline, as the eye of the storm goes up the center of the peninsula. So if it follows this track, this could be a very bad scenario for Florida on Sunday. Just give you an idea of what we're talking about. I drew an outline around Texas, and let's put it over Irma, and you can see how it fits inside Texas plus Oklahoma a little bit, and compare it with Andrew, the last Category 5 to hit the United States. It did hit Miami, and you can see how Irma is much larger. We have Jose as well, and I'll talk more about, Jeff Jamieson will talk more about it tomorrow morning, because it's going to go on close to the same track in the Lesser Antilles and threaten the Lesser Antilles over Saturday. Around here, there isn't much weather to talk about. It's been great weather, and it's going to continue. We're going to be in the upper 80s Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Overnight lows mid-60s, and not a drop of rain in the forecast over the next 7 days.